everyone, my name is Dorina.
And Kevin.
We are the Sallys. We are here to share our love story. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I am a professional. Actually, I am a journalist professionally, and I also am a marketer.
Yes, and Kevin right here, as my wife, darling. I usually love calling her darling. From the first time we ever met. Anyway, my name is Kevin, like I told you, Kevin Sally. And Sally's, and what I do. Oh, thank you very much, darling, for that reminder. So I'm a teacher, and I do art and design, and I'm an artist. We just want to thank God for this beautiful opportunity Ebru TV has given us to come to share our love story, and also to try to enrich one another about the beauty of marriage and everything that comes with marriage.
We met about, I think, in 2015.
Yes.
We didn't meet in 2015, sorry. My version is we met in 2014. I was in a singing group, and we were singing every Saturdays in the afternoon, a day like this. So his father was because he passed on in 2015, was our music director. So Kevin used to come, he's a Ugandan, he used to come to the country from time to time, then he joins us to sing. So by incidence or coincidence, he joined the group. And from time to time, he just used to come, he joins us, and permanently we became a quartet. And ever since that time, actually, honestly speaking, I just used to see him as a group member. But he was very friendly, very silent, with a very good bass.
Oh boy.
We never had a bass in our group, so we were looking for a bass in our group. So he joined the group, and he became part of us. So from time to time, around 2015, towards the middle, one of the ladies who is in the group, she's also my best friend, she's called Miriam. She kept telling me, by the way, didn't you notice this guy, he keeps stealing glances at you? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, that guy is not even my type.
I remember those.
No, you don't remember, you were not there. So I said, no, this guy, he's not my type. After a while is when now there's a time he approached me when I was just leaving the church. I was going to do some shopping in Westlands, Naivas. Then he came to me and told me, by the way, I want you to be my prayer partner. So I was like, fine. I was shocked. I've never seen like someone in our generation approaching you and asking you to be like their prayer partner. So I was like, hey, okay, this is a new one. People normally approach you and say, can we go for a date, blah, 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 you know. And then one thing led to another, and like they say, the rest is history.
Yes, it was one day. She was hitting the supermarket. So I said, oh well, let me walk her through. I said, oh, by the way, sure. I usually most of the times I usually enjoy waking up in the night around 3, and then we get into this moment of just reflection, prayer. So on this day we meet, and then I said, please, Rina, can we become prayer partners? And then I was waiting for the answer. Good enough. Thank God she never rejected that opportunity. So basically from that day, we started talking together, chatting, and that chat went on deep and deep and deeper. That times we used to share emotional stories that were strengthening our bond, and we used to encourage one another through challenging times, challenging situations. This was 2015 at that time, and this, I think, built a strong bond. I think then this is when I realized that I think God usually designs our paths in totally different ways, because two different people from two different backgrounds, two different just coming together, and then this is what I call destiny.
2017 is when we dated like for basically a year. Actually, we were courting for a year, and then we got married in February 3rd. But before that, the proposal, wow, it's quite an interesting story. We used to meet in Sarit Center. We used to go to the movies. So I'm asking, Kevin, where are you? He's like, Sijui where, I don't know, what were you saying? You were at school. Something
Yeah,
like
I
you were
think
at
so, yeah,
school.
yeah.
Then I kept telling him, so what will happen? Then he kept telling me, you just go home. Because he knows where I stay. He just keeps insisting, you go home. This meeting of ours is not happening. I was so angry. Why is this meeting not happening? We had planned, we were going for the movies. That day I was psychologically prepared. I'm going for this date for the movies. Hey, I reach home. It's like I thought someone had broken into my house. I don't know how my house was open. The house was open. It's dark. I don't know what he had done to the main switch. Then all of a sudden, lights. But dim lights. Then looking around, it's decorated. And I don't know, it was because he's an artist. So he really did a very amazing job. He decorated the house. And then there was some soft music. So I really didn't understand what was going on. And I hadn't seen the guy. So when I enter, I'm just hearing music and it's dark. But then there's some decorations and some dim lights. So I was like, wow, okay, what is going on? Then immediately, just in a flash of like less than a minute, then I saw him there. He came with, you're holding a flower, what were you doing? I can't even remember.
I just held her, from nowhere. I held her.
He held me.
from the back. Just held her eyes.
It sounds like a movie, oh my gosh. So he held me, so I was like,
she doesn't love being threatened.
At first I thought it was
scared.
stalky, what's going on, but then I had a clue Kevin is up to something. I didn't even know what he would be doing. Like a lot was going on in my mind. What would Kevin be doing in my house?
That's true.
I don't know what is happening in my house. But I think I had a clue.
How
It's
did
very
you even
difficult
get
to
my
surprise me, by the way. But I didn't really think that it was a proposal. I just thought that it's just one of his surprises or maybe a gift or whatever. Then all of a sudden, he blindfolded me.
Yes.
And turned me another direction. So then he told me to turn. So when I turned, there was like a stand he had made and it had like a very beautiful ring, silver with a stone there. So I was like, wow. Then he was on his knee, the usual. Then I broke down and cried. And I said yes. And it was quite a beautiful thing. Yes, we had a beautiful moment. Yeah, and then now we began the marriage plans.
We went through marriage counseling, which took us quite a long time, and then yes, I started now telling my family about it, and then exposed everything to my family, and also talked with my uncles, because now dad is not with me, so my uncles represent dad. So from both sides, mom from mom's side and my father's side. So they bought the idea and they were really happy about it. So that's the way it went. And then therefore with the Ugandan delegation, we went. We decided to come to
actually you forgot.
Yes.
There's he decided they were getting married, it was around May of 2017.
Yeah.
So he came home in May, around May,
alone.
And then we actually thought that it will just end there, because we weren't sure that people from Uganda would come. So later on their family realized that when he came in May, it was him alone. We thought it was just him coming to see my parents, the first visit and all. So yeah, later on in December is when they planned a proper traditional introduction ceremony.
28th.
On the 28th of December 2017, and it was in Bungoma, where I come from.
So the highlight of the day is that on 3rd Feb, she used to pray that may God grant us a day that doesn't have a cloudless sky. I prayed actually for about 2 years that the day God will ever bless me with a life partner, and when I get married, the cloud will be clear blue. And during the time, sorry, I keep entering his story. No.
During the time we were planning to get married, it was rainy since December up to that time. It was actually after elections.
In the morning, the sky was so clear.
It was blue without sky.
Very
without
clear.
Clouds, yeah.
And
what do you remember most about the day that is memorable? That's a specific thing that you remember.
Voila! This lady comes walking in with dad and mom.
And for the first time in like 4 years, my dad walked. and he was walking me down the aisle. Wow.
I'm telling you, it was a miracle.
That was his highlight.
That was a miracle.
Mine
because
too.
a miracle of seeing Dad walking, and at the same time, guess what? We had not seen him for quite some time. All we had was the successful surgery was the surgery was successful, and it was a success. We called him, and we were just talking on phone. But now we are getting to see him live. He has traveled, and the preparations have come to the end, and this God is crowning all the glory with Dad walking, and she's walking down the aisle, and Mom is walking on her side. This was so beautiful. We thank God for whatever He did for us, because there were some challenges over there as we were planning the committees and all these things, because money was nowhere to be seen. But anyway, but God, all cut the long story short, God opened doors. Yes.
Yeah, so for me, my highlight was seeing actually most of the part, sorry to say this, most of the part for the wedding preparation. My hubby was a little bit, okay, he was the kind of a passive passive coordinator. I was more of the active coordinator for the plans in the committee and everything.
True.
And I can just say this, it was very depressing. There's those last months to the wedding. I don't know, our funds were there, but they weren't like enough or substantial. We actually hadn't like chosen the venue and all those things.
Excuse me.
But I really prayed to God for God to locate for me a destiny helper. And by God's grace, there's a hotel manager of Pride Inn. I happened to meet him, and he actually comes to my church. So I just knew this is God, clearly. And by that time, it was off-peak, and to just do a reception in a hotel in itself, it's not an easy thing, and you have many guests. At first, actually, our plan for our wedding was supposed to be 100 guests. So they ended up being about 250 guests, and the price was really subsidized, and we had our reception at the hotel, but our wedding was in church. So my highlight for the day specifically was the vows. Ooh. Okay, my dad walking down the aisle with me, walking, and the vows. I actually broke down and cried. I actually like, oh my God, what am I saying? What am I saying? This is actually happening. Looking around and seeing all the things that we have organized. Actually, that was when it was hitting me. Oh my God, everything we have organized is falling in place. That's why I was talking about the service providers and how God just opened doors for us. I was like, wow. So I was really overwhelmed by so many emotions. I broke down and cried when I was actually saying the vows. But then at the end of the ceremony, after we've signed certificates, the time for announcements, we were like, hey, the MC has not reached. For me, I didn't care. We've gotten married. But somehow things just worked out, and we had a very nice MC, and my cousin happened to improvise to become the co-MC. Now the MC who didn't come. So it was just amazing. The Ugandan dancers, they really, like, they came and danced in church after.
Mom surprised, my mom surprised my wife with
the traditional Ugandan dancers. So they came. Actually, nobody would know that, or would think they would come right after the service is over. They just showed up and started dancing. I was like, what? Actually, at the end of the service, normally there's this, you've told the control guys, the control room, to play a certain song so that you guys dance out. Then we're like, we're even looking at them shaking our heads. That's not the song we chose. It even sounds like something we have never had.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden they just came and started dancing. Guys were clapping. People removed their phones. They were shooting it. It was so amazing. Then after that, now we proceeded to the reception.
Beautiful.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Marriage is a totally different ball game. Guys who are planning to get married, it is a totally different ball game. And those guys who are married, they can relate to what we are just about to talk about, or what we know.
That's so true. That's
so you go first, and I go first?
Yeah, we can just always...
Okay, now for me, the first, honeymoon. Honeymoon was actually amazing. Honeymoon was wow. 2 days after our wedding, we went to one of the Kenyan coasts. Let me just say it, Diani. It was nice. Actually, I advise people, before you say I want to go for honeymoon to the Seychelles or to the Maldives, First, explore. Tembea Kenya, explore.
Utility.
We have a very beautiful
That's
country. And him being the Ugandan, I just, why would I have said that now let's go to Zanzibar? Let's first finish with Mombasa. He has not seen the Indian Ocean. Let's go. You know. So we went to Diani, which was the first, because I've been there and I thought it was great for him to see. Maybe another time in our anniversary, we'll go to Entebbe, where he comes from. Also, there's a lot of water there. There are beaches there in Entebbe. So, yeah, the honeymoon was lovely. We had a very beautiful moment. Actually, we had our first argument in the major fight in the honeymoon. Actually, we were wondering, Ama, were we supposed to get married? For girls, now once you get married, I don't know what other people go through out there. Okay, people normally assume that the wedding night automatically it's just a walk in the park. So for me, I don't know what happened to me. I think it dawned on me. People have gone. He has a different point of view. I have a different point of view, and we really argued, and then it was so bad. We were even calling each other names.
Oh,
Aki, we were going to be raw. We were calling each other names.
Names. Oh my goodness, you can.
Then after a while,
you guys know these names.
Yeah. Then after a while, we realized, Kevin. After a while, we realized that, by the end of the day, we have nowhere, like there's nowhere else to go. We need to be there for each other, and we need to choose to be in this thing called marriage.
Yes.
So
we prayed for it, and
after that particular day, but actually we prayed after that argument, but not like immediately. After a while, when we have cooled down, then we prayed. Then after that day, the other days which we are now like taking tours around the coast, I think things fell in place. Now when an argument comes, we just look for a way to tackle it. We pray through it, and we just make like wise decisions, like we make a way forward, because now we came to learn that these arguments are helping us to grow in this marriage. If we don't allow them to happen, now we will not grow. We will remain in stage one, like we'll never even move.
Whenever you have a challenge of fighting between one another, report this mess to Jesus, because the Jesus is the one who gave you the right to become married together. So therefore, she reports me to Jesus, I report her to Jesus. Anyway.
All right, you were talking about our baby. Within the first year of marriage.
Within the first year, we had some challenges. You know, guys, you have been married, and now you've got the day you get married, and then people now start looking at you. You know, before you get married, you are all shining, this kind of shining kind of person. Everybody's all eyes on, hey, the newest couple in town. But now, when you get married, the story changes. Things get to change. People start expecting things from you. They're busy looking at my wife and they look at your expecting something. Is that baby bump or something?
They're waiting to see if I'm getting pregnant
sometimes.
Or asking a question. Is a baby inside that womb? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, a bit insulting.
Yes. Maybe there are people out there who are struggling to get a child.
Yeah, that's
and you're
true.
just there asking them, where is the child?
Yes.
You know. So for us, we had a slight challenge during that time. I personally had a health condition at that time. And it was just the same year we got married. It wasn't like it took long. And so I was going through a situation where the doctor was telling me not to conceive first. And had to be treated for this particular condition for me to now plan to conceive. You get what I'm saying? So for us, people out there don't know about that. So you don't keep asking someone, oh, by the way, where is this child coming? When is this child coming? Anyway, the child came the same year we got married.
Yeah, that's true.
And we thank God for that. It is not by our strength. For those people who think that a child comes automatic,
oh boy,
that is another thing you need to realize. Children don't come automatic. It's God who blesses you with a child. So maybe what I can say, the devil he's a creature, he's a real creature. He's out there to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You might not see him with your basic, like with your eyes. He's like a spirit, but he's there. He exists. He can just be there. He can look out to see your downfalls and all those things. But we are not. Who are we to focus on him? Our work is to focus on being positive and focusing on just making our marriage better and trusting in God for it.
True.
So, in everything you do, just always remember, where there's darkness, there's light.
Very true.
Strive for the light. And when you're in the light, darkness can never be a part of you.
Very true. This is so beautiful. I thank God that indeed, the day I declared Proverbs 31 and decided to serve you as Proverbs 31, you have actually been that Proverbs 31 to me. And I thank God for that. And I think this encourages me a lot, because whatever we decree, we have to declare, and whatever we we always think, like attracts like, and the law of nature is what you think is what you get. So I thought you as my Proverbs 31, and you've turned out to be that. I thank God who has used you mightily and who is continuing to use you mightily in our life with our child, with our baby. And may God continue to bless you mightily, and bless your family, bless my siblings from another mother,
our family,
my
siblings,
our families.
Nuclear family.
May God bless our families. May God bless our unity. May God bless our bond. May God bless our name, the Sallys.
Amen.
God bless you.
Thank
I love you so much.
Love you too. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now, for me, I'd like to say thank you so much for choosing me to be your life partner. Thank you for being in this with me for these 2 years, and I pray that we'll go over and beyond until maybe we grow old together. Actually, I claim that we are going to be together until old age. And then the other thing is, I thank you for always helping me with the baby, because that's something not many men do.
Thank you.
Yes, you help me with the baby. You have helped me in parenting. You're such a good dad to our baby. Another thing I thank you is for being patient with me and always choosing to continue with me and forgive me when I hurt you. And also, I thank you for the things you have said about me.
Oh God, thank you. Glory to God.
And the support you give our family in times where we need like your moral support. The other thing is I thank you for providing for us, because providing is not an easy thing. And I will always support you where you need my assistance, and I will always help you and encourage you. I will always listen to you, observe you, value you, and encourage and evaluate you and empower you, as I have always been doing. Another thing is I will always be there for you whenever you feel low. Amen. Yes, and I'll always continue to love you. I'll choose to love you. Even today, I'm just renewing my love for you. I will choose to love you. No matter what happens, no matter how bad it gets, I will just choose to love you. Amen. This is not even just for the screen. I will choose to love you, because our union is not just even for the screen. It's just God who made it to happen. Amen. Even the times we lack, I will always just be there to see what we can do to make sure that we have something. It's not a must that all the time it's you who makes things happen. Even me, I can help you to make things happen.
That's true. And you've always done that for me.
And also thank you for supporting my dreams, which is very important to me. You've always supported my career, my dreams, and you respect some of my decisions. And for anything I've ever done to offend you, even if it's today, I ask you to forgive me.
Thank you.
And I just want to tell you that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and may God continue to bless you and empower you to become even a better man than you are today. Love you.
Amen. Love you too, darling. I love you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching Ebru TV, and we are here to give thanks, because without God we are nothing.
Totally nothing. John, this reflects. It's a reflection from John 15 verse 5. He is the vine, and we're just the branches. We're totally nothing without him.
Hope you'll enjoy these few lines.
Yeah.
All right. Twasema asante, twasema asante, twasema asante, ewe Mungu wangu, hakuna Mungu kama wewe, hakuna Mungu kama wewe, hakuna Mungu kama wewe, ewe Mungu wangu, twasema asante, twasema asante, twasema asante, ewe Mungu wangu, wewe ni Alfa na Omega, wewe ni Alfa na Omega, wewe